Hey, Mike here. Hey, listen, I almost got too busy and forgot to make my recording today. So, by golly, I hate to do that. So, let's just talk for a minute. Somebody asked me, Mike, why do you do real estate? Why don't you do some other business? I mean, isn't there other things you could do? And the answer obviously is, yeah, there really is. I mean, you could do quite a few things, right? But I wanted to be in a business where I could make money. But it was also very important to me that I didn't have to give up my entire life to do it. Let me explain that. You see, years and years and years ago, I worked in a business where a lot of times we would work 12 hours every single day, and the boss would complain if you weren't willing to do it on Sunday. I mean, really? Come on. And we did door-to-door sales, knocking doors. I sold vacuum cleaners, and I sold all kinds of things. And I really made a living, but we never really achieved the dream that they told you you would do or should do, that type of thing. So the real question is, if you're going to be in a business, what really should you do? I mean, what do most part-time or startup businesses offer, right? I mean, you heard these multi-level marketing pitches, and I'm not beating you up if you're in one, but you could get rich if you recruit 3 people who recruit 3 people who recruit 3 people. Oh my gosh, you're going to be making so much money. People are going to be jealous of you. Well, how many people do you personally know that have made it, right? Maybe the guy at the top, that type of thing. I seen a fellow this morning, a friend of mine. He does food delivery. He does, they call it DoorDash, I think. And he goes to Burger King, McDonald's, and Taco Bell, and he picks up their orders, and he drops it off, puts it on the porch, and takes a picture. Well, that really is not something that, of course, they didn't have it back when I started anyways, but that wasn't something that really interested me. I see some people say, well, I work part-time down at the Walmart, or I'm going to be a greeter, or, I'm going to stock shelves. Sometimes I work at Walmart anyways when I bring up my own groceries. But what about, I've had people say, well, I'm going to be an eBay seller. I'm going to be an Amazon seller. And I know there's people that really can make money at that, but I don't know what part of China I should buy my crap from and resell it, right? What about selling vacuum cleaners again? Years ago, I sold Kirby's and Rainbows, and we sold vacuum cleaners. We had all kinds of fun, and we'd say, there's more suck for your buck, and crazy stuff. In fact, I was just thinking recently, maybe I could be a hand model, right? Ah, darn it. I got big old hands. It's probably not going to work. So I'm kidding a little bit, but I said all that to say this. When choosing a business, you want to know there's a few things. First of all, you want to know that there's opportunity, right? Real estate has unlimited opportunity. You also need to be in a business where the profit margins are good. In other words, if you're buying a widget for $5 and you're selling for $6, you might say, I'm making a 20% spread. Yeah, but it's 20% on $5. I mean, you'd have to sell an awful lot of them things if you're making $1 profit to make a living, right? And not let alone get rich or have opportunity. Now, all businesses have to have a margin or a spread, they call it. But you want to make sure that whatever you choose, that the spread doesn't suck. For instance, if you're selling car tires, years ago, I was in the automotive business a little bit, and we'd buy car tires. They'd say, you can make $16 a tire if you sell these things. And I'm like, really? They were excited. I'm like, this is terrible. If I sell 100 tires, I make $1,600, and that's out of that we're going to pay overhead? No. So I'm going to tell you what you should do. You should buy a house. You know why? First of all, margins are darn good, right? What can you do with a house? You can sell it. You can rent it. You can lease option it. You can fix it up and flip it. You can depreciate it. You can write it off. So you should buy a house. Because you see, if you only make 10% on a house, and it's only a $100,000 house, that's $10,000. And if you make 20% on a $100,000 house, that's $20,000. That's a lot of tires. That's a lot of vacuums. That's a lot of shoes or whatever you're selling, right? You see, in real estate, guys and gals, even a bad spread is usually pretty doggone good, right? And I'm going to tell you something else. Real estate, as far as I can tell, is the fastest possible way to build wealth. And I don't mean some hokey pokey saying that. I'm talking about true wealth. I'll never forget, as long as I live, the night that I couldn't sleep, and I was just counting up properties for my wife in case something happened where, to me, she always said, well, I don't know where the properties are. What if something happens to you? I'll never forget when I counted them up, and I figured out that I'd crossed the $1 million mark. All of a sudden, I just sat back and I said, what? I'd become a millionaire. And then when I crossed the $2 million mark, and I was like, what? And I'm not going to keep going, but here's the good news, guys and gals. You can do the same thing I did. I mean, it's not, there's work. It's simple. I didn't say it was easy, but you can do it if you apply yourself. You see, I'm going to tell you, if you want to make some money, you need to buy a house and resell it so you can make a profit. And don't worry, some of these future videos, it's kind of late today and I got busy, tied up. Truthfully, I was working for free all day because my wife said, hey, I got a great idea. I'm like, what? She said, we'll clean the garage. And I'm like, now we were both excited except for me. I wasn't excited. But all businesses, again, have a profit spread. But I'm going to teach you later how you can buy the house. I'm going to show you ways you don't need your credit. You don't have to put up with money. You don't have to put up the money. Now, again, some ways are better than others, right? I know landlords that in the long run, they build a lot of wealth. But, man, they spend a lot of rough times trying to get there, right? Maybe they have to, they do evictions and they change carpets and they paint and do all kinds of stuff. But, again, if you do it properly, I'm going to be showing you how you can make money now, how you make money monthly, how you make money later, without being a slave. Back when I was in the vacuum cleaner business, we always had somebody back at the office taking phone calls. They called it closing the deal. And after you got done with your demonstration, we'd have to call in and they'd say, hold on, the boss wants to talk to you and see how good I did. And then his job was to try to talk him into buying it if you couldn't get the deal. Holy smoke. That gives me a sick feeling in the pit of my stomach to have to do that anymore, right? Now, when I get to some of these case studies, I may do one tomorrow for you. When I get to some of these case studies and I show you what we did and how simple it actually was and how we turned around and we made $3,000 and $5,000 and $10,000 and $20,000, guys and gals, you're going to love this. So I just want to give you a short video today because I've committed for the next 100 days from the time I started this deal that I'm going to be giving you away a lot of good information for free. So this is Mike saying, hey, have a good evening, a good day, whatever time you're listening to this thing. Stay with me. You're going to like this. Talk to you soon. Oh, by the way, got a haircut today. What do you think? I did all that work. My wife owns a salon, and I got a haircut out of it, huh? What a handsome fool I am now.